Well, Harry Thomas, let's see if you can impress the biggest judge on the planet, Simon Cowbell, at Greendale's Got Talent.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, the movie is a fucking twat. It's exceedingly boring. Boy, it had me snoring. It's as if the filmmakers at Lionsgate put a bomb in Pat's van. Lionsgate. What the fuck? Fuck you, Lionsgate, and F you, Postman Pat the movie. Oh, God, I hate this movie. Oh, uh, I just want to say this your movie sucks and just get the fuck out of here. I don't want to waste my precious time dwelling on something this awful, this putrid, this pandering, this embarrassing. Postman Pat the movie, oh sorry, a Postman Prick the monstrosity, uh, directed by Mike Diggle. Are you sure he's even a movie director? Looks more like a hack to me after seeing his direction for this, and is the 2014 CGI movie adaptation of the a cherished British icon, Postman Pat, from the folks at Lionsgate, of all studios. So Postman Prick, the monstrosity, tells the story. I'm sorry that there is no story to speak of. It's just a bunch of like 10 subplots with Pat and his wife and son planning to go on holiday. Talent show like the Greendale version of Britain's Got Talent comes to Greendale. A evil businessman plots to overthrow the CEO of Pat's postage company by building Pat bots to frame Pat for crimes he didn't commit, so that all of Greendale turns against Pat, and meanwhile Pat is neglecting his family and blah 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 blah. Don't give a shit. Good, because I fucking don't. Who the fuck cares what story this shit has to tell? Now, the original Postman Pat animated TV show, one of the all-time greatest British animated shows, and it is magical through and through. My mum absolutely loved watching it at her granny's, my great granny's, in her childhood days, as did I in my childhood. So my she passed on her love of this show to me. And as a Postman Pat superfan, I could have made a better movie than this. You know what a good Postman Pat movie should have been? It should have been stop motion, not fucking CGI. It should have not pandered to modern audiences. It should never have modernized Postman Pat and kept the tone and period setting of the original show. It should have had a simple storyline, and it should have been fun and charming. But Postman Prick, the monstrosity, this movie is the definition of a mess, and Lionsgate totally butchered Postman Pat here. They literally uh, kicked a Postman Pat in the balls. This pile of steaming, unwatchable shit is a iron middle finger to anybody who ever gave a damn about the original Postman Pat. If you are a fan of the original Postman Pat as I am, it is not possible to give this piece of fucking shit a positive review. It deserves a full-on extreme rant. I'm sorry. In fact, I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna be kind. Yeah, you, as to be expected, I have no positives because this shameless pandering ters is clearly trying to make Lionsgate money, not to respect the original Postman Pat show or to tell a good story or respect the characters. And Lionsgate's a thought, oh, it's just for kids. We don't need to give a shit about making a good Postman Pat movie because kids will love it, even if it is just shit from our asses. So don't you dare give me it's just for kids a defense of this shit. I'm sorry, but the all the kid audience that watched the original Postman Pat, they could write 10 times better scripts than the scripts for this. This released the exact same year as How to Train Your Dragon 2. That is how you do a great kids and family movie, not Postman Pick the Monstrosity. Postman Pat did not deserve to be shat on this Haas, and my goodness, words can't even fathom how bad this messy script is. I mean, there is no consistent main narrative here, and this is 10 years before Despicable Me 4, and it does the exact same shit. Like, it's just a bunch of episodic storylines that don't connect and go absolutely nowhere. And it's as messy as Amazing Spider-Man 2, with Pat neglecting his family, Pat wanting to go on holiday, the talent show, the Pat bots, and Pat being framed. I don't know what script. I don't know what high acid the script writers were on, but they clearly weren't sober. And the exposition is excruciating. Like, I'm sorry, but this movie treats its kid audience so terribly. Like, even the dumbest of the dumber characters, like Patrick Starr, could tell that the Pats are robot androids that are designed to frame a Pat built by the main antagonist are not Pats. Even Jess, the cat, the Jess bot looks like Jess, the cat, the Terminator. I'm sorry, even Patrick Starr could point that out. Oh, wait, you're not Postman Pat. So go fuck yourselves for insulting our intelligence movie. And yeah, it makes the people of Greendale look completely stupid for not knowing that Pat isn't behind these crimes. And plus, where the flying fucker did Pat learn to sing so well? It was never established in the original show that Pat had any interest in being a superstar. The plot of him delivering post to Greendale, which was the heart of the show, is barely focused on here. In it's it, I'm sorry, but we don't want a Postman Pat movie with Britain's Got Talent or the X Factor shoehorned in. Did Lionsgate take any notes from the original show? Clearly not. And Simon Cowbell, give just fuck off. You put uh, a Simon Cowell type character in a Postman Pat movie. And also, why does Postman Pat the movie need a villain? The main antagonist, this businessman, he is so clearly the villain from the start, so that I have rarely seen a more obvious villain that it makes the CEO of Pat's postage company looked like the biggest moron on the planet for ever hiring him and letting him into his company. And David Tennant even voices a henchman. Yeah, yes, the 10th Doctor himself is in this shit. David Tennant, you are way better than this, and he just puts on his normal Scottish voice. He hammed it way too much to the point where he became one of the most intolerable henchman villains in a movie since Nuka from Lion King 2 Simba's Bride. Yeah, that irritating. And on top of that, the movie's message about putting a family before technology is so uh, the movie's message about putting family before technology is going to date the movie horribly. It's trying way too hard to appeal to the modern audiences of 2014. Postman Pat was never even a techno-based show, so they technoized this movie way too fucking much. For shame, Lionsgate. You are the wrong studio to adaptate this. And Stephen Mangold as Pat, and he does such a wooden job. He bears zero resemblance to Pat's original voice actor. It's insulting, and even Sarah Drummond as Sarah, Pat's wife, she sounds like she's never acted before. And Sarah Neal as Julian, Pat and Sarah's son. Now, she's no Nancy Cartwright. So Nancy Cartwright is far superior at voicing young boys. She sounds far too old for Julian. For even Jim Broadbent sounds like he's just sleepwalking. And yes, so yeah, you have an all-star British cast, including another Wizarding World actor besides Jim Broadbent, Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley himself as this ginger dude who auditions on the talent show, and his character amounts to nothing. You could completely write him out of the movie, and Rupert Grint just does a stilted voice acting job. That's it. Sounds like all the actors clearly just wanted a paycheck, not to make their characters sound in any way appealing. Also, how could they fuck up Jess the cat this awfully? Like, Jessa was the most adorable character in the original show, but he is turned into a complete cheap gag that gave Mia no laughter. In fact, this movie's comedy falls so flat. Even the nut job was funnier than this. The humor is totally juvenile. Has is not witty whatsoever. And how dare they CGI this thing? I'm sorry. What happened to the beautiful and charming stop motion animation of the show? And I barely watched the newer, updated Postman Pat shows that are converted to more CGI animation because that is not the way to take Postman Pat. This is a extremely ugly looking movie. It looked like an interactive gamer that literally released in the late 90s to early 2000s. Yes, it's looked that shit. And there's even musical numbers in Postman Prick, the monstrosity, and they are astonishingly bad. So bad that I wish the actual Simon Cowell was involved with the production of this piece of shit to tell the songwriters it's a no from me. And Pat is such an unlikable twat in this shit that thinks it's a movie. He constantly lies and keeps things from his wife. What a untrustworthy husband. And with the whole thing with the Pat bots, What the actual fuck? This isn't Detroit to become Postman. Yeah, none of the pop songs are even a single patch on the original timeless opening Postman Pat theme to the show. And when Pat is singing, it's clearly not Stephen Mangold. I mean, it is such shitty audio dubbing, and it's so emotionally manipulative, like how it wants you to cry. Fucking really, I've shed more of a tear at undercooked pizza than this, and it's 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 far too long. It's literally an hour and 55 minutes. Like, it's the exact same runtime as Barbie, and I don't even need to tell you how infinitely better paced a movie but Barbie is. Need I go on about how fucking rageful Postman Prick the monstrosity made me? This is one of the worst disgraces to release in 2014, and one of the worst British animated movies of all time. Period. A fucking colossal embarrassment to the art of British animation.
I give Postman Prick the monstrosity 0 stars out of 5. Fuck this movie.
So yeah, it's disgraces like this that make me wash my hands of Lionsgate entirely. Yeah, never trust that studio, folks. They may have given us the Hunger Games, but Postman Pat the movie was, well, the uh, biggest offense they could have ever committed. Against humanity. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this extreme rant. And what are your thoughts on Postman Pat the movie? Need I ask? Because there isn't a single soul that likes Postman Pat the movie, right? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I review the original good Postman Pat TV show to make up for sitting through this shitty movie. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.